Well, hello guys. I have lost my voice, so I hope I don't have the coronavirus. I'm just kidding. I looked it up on Dr. Google and he told me that losing your voice is not a symptom of the coronavirus. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Anyways, guys, so I'm going to miss you and we're going to have a lot of digital learning, so hopefully you can get online. I've typed out the directions and we'll work through this together. But our very first lesson that we're going to do is we're going to create a scale model of the Earth, Moon, and Sun to compare their sizes and distances from each other. That's our very first lesson. So you're going to get this lesson and I'm going to post in Google Classroom, or I'll let you know because we're still trying to figure that out, the due date on it. But we're going to give you a week to get this done. So we're going to do a full lesson. You can do a little bit here, a little bit there. You can just knock it all out at once, okay? Okay, so here's how we're going to be doing this lesson. How big and far away are objects in space? The size and distance of objects. The universe is everything that exists, including all of space. The planets, the moon, stars, and the Earth are all part of the universe. It is incredibly difficult for us to picture how big the universe is because it is immensely huge. The Earth is very small compared to some objects in space, yet the Earth seems huge to us. It is also difficult for us to imagine how far apart objects in space are from each other, because the distances are much farther than anything we can travel on Earth. Today, we'll focus on comparing the sizes and the distances of three space objects that you are probably the most familiar with: the Sun, Moon, and Earth. So now I want you to think about it. When you're standing on the Earth and look up into the sky, how do the size of the Moon and the Sun compare? Does one look bigger than the other, or do they look about the same size? So take a minute, pause the video, and answer that question. Okay, so I'm predicting that most of you had said that they look about the same size in the sky, right? But I'm here to tell you that even though they appear to be the same size to our viewing from Earth, there actually is a pretty big difference. So we're going to dive into that. Okay, so here's your notes. The Earth is 12,742 kilometers wide. The width of a sphere is also called its diameter. The Moon has a diameter of 3,474 kilometers. The Sun has a diameter of 1,392,000 kilometers. Okay, so diameter, which it shows you over here on your notes, is this distance. Okay, so now, using the information above, put the Earth, Moon, and Sun in order from the smallest to the largest, and include their diameters in the table. So you're going to look up here, which one is the smallest. You're going to write the name here of the object and write its diameter. Whichever one was the middle, you're going to write the name, whether you think it's the Sun or the Moon, and put it there. So fill out your chart and pause the video. So I want you to go ahead and answer this question. Is this the order from the smallest to the largest, what you expected it to be, or are you surprised? So go ahead and hit pause and answer to this question. All right, if we want to compare the size of the Earth, Moon, and Sun, we cannot draw them in their actual size. They would be way too big to draw. These objects are immensely large and far away from each other. We need to draw a scale model. A scale model is either a zoomed-in representation of something that is very small or a zoomed-out version of something that is very large. To make a scale model, you either shrink or enlarge all the objects by the same amount. On the next page, we're going to draw a scale model of the size of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. Okay, so we just did the size of them compared to each other. The size of the Sun compared to the size of the Moon compared to the size of the Earth. Now we're going to move on to figure out how far apart are they from each other in real life. We're going to make a scale model of about how far apart they are in real life. Okay, we can also create scaled models to represent the distance things are from each other. The Moon is 384,400 kilometers away from the Earth, while the Sun is 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. Now, take down these notes, hit pause, and I want you to answer the next fill in the blank. Hey, I said hit pause, you cheater. Hit pause. All right, so the fill in the blank. The moon is much closer to the earth than the sun. So if the earth and the moon were the sizes from our scale model on page 3, they would be 5.5 centimeters apart from each other. Okay, so let's create that. So label the 2 centimeter circle on the left side of the page. Okay, so that's the earth. Measure 5.5 centimeters to the right and draw a small dot to represent the 0.5 millimeters scaled moon label it moon. So it should be about this far apart, right? Okay, so now I want you to grab your paper and head outside. Well, let's hope it's not raining, but you really got to be outside. So if today's not a good day to be outside, you still got to do it outside. So throw on it. I'm just kidding. Find a good day to do this part, but it's super fun. Okay, so now that you're outside, I want you to predict how far away the earth is from the sun. So set your paper down, and I want you to just go walk, okay? Hit pause, go do it. All right, so I took 70 steps. Well, kind of heel to toe, just a little bit of space in between. Let me show you. So when you take your steps, mine are about that far apart, okay? And do about 70 of those. And that is how far away the sun is if we were to shrink it down to this size. All right, so in the actual distance part, you're gonna write, it's about 70 feet, or you can write 21.4 meters away. Okay, so now the last 2 pages are your homework, kids. It's what I'm gonna grade. So what I need you to do is you're gonna complete the paper. You can complete it on your paper. There's several options. You can complete it on the paper, all right, and drop it back off into the school into the drop-off box, okay? Or you can complete it on paper and you can take a picture of it and you can email it to me, upload it to Google Classroom, or you can have your parents email, or you could send it to your parents through the Remind app, okay? So you can get it to me anyway. Or you can do the Google form that's in Google Classroom. I'll have that there and available for you guys too. Hope you enjoyed this virtual lesson, and I'm excited to share the next one with you.